laxed in my duties the last couple of weeks. I want to make sure I can get him paid back and give him time to do his HF work. So already got quite a few check-ins here. So let me break here for a second and I'll call it early check-ins. All right, we recorded KC9 MEC. I've got Jeff K0JSC. That's going to be the better half of K1DDN. K9 PTF, and he's our Alabama check-in station. He's the one that's going to be turned on to that 58 Bravo reflector net they have down there for Alabama on Tuesday evenings at 8:30 Central. Really nice net. I enjoyed that much last night. At KF4, KHD is an early check-in. KM6, EKV, he was a check and go. Don checked in with us, W6 GPS. And Jeff's in here with us as well. He'll give some announcements here after I take a few more check-ins. KJTK. So if there's anyone else who'd like to get their call sign here on the first round, go ahead and call now. I'll take your call sign and we'll come back to you. KB9VZU standing by.
N6CZE.
KF5 ZBL.
WZ5 USA.
N1 VPU, Maryland.
All right, let me call those stations. I had the N6CZE. I had KB4L, and then I lost the last part of your suffix, so the KB4 station. I'll come to you as we come down the line there. KF5 ZBL, that's Bill there in Dallas. WD5 USA, that's Mike there in Lawton, Oklahoma. And W1 VPU, that looks like a new call sign for me. Maybe not, but it looks like a new call sign. Let me run back up to the very top of the list, and then I'll work my way down. KC9 MEC, do you have any comments for the net this evening? Anything ham radio related, ham nation related, or anything you want to talk about? Go ahead. KC9 MEC.
Hello, everybody on the net. Don't really have anything to add tonight. I'm just watching the tail end of George talking about transmitter right now. But other than that, just got caught off guard today by some very warm weather. It's 89 degrees and we're only supposed to have like 79. Kind of an eye opener. Anyway, back to the net. Everyone have a good day. Peace.
Gene, thanks for taking time out of South Bend up there to check in with us, and I will concur with you that it was very hot and humid here in the Corn Belt. And we had a train derailment over here in the little town I work in over at Muncie, Indiana. I'm sure most of you probably heard of that town. Train derailment kind of altered the way I come home from work today, but they got it pretty much straightened around now. Luckily, no injuries, and just property damage to the train. It looks like there may be some track repairs due, so appreciate that. But thanks for taking time and being there with us, Gene. And we're going to check in with Jeff and see if he's monitoring you. Maybe helping Amanda there with her on camera portion of the show right now. I'm not sure, but we'll run over to K0JSC and see if he's got anything for us. Go ahead, Jeff.
Hey Dave, good evening, K0JSC, and good to hear Jeff, KJTK in there. I actually step away if I'm listening to the radio. I kind of step away. I got a UHF analog radio in one hand and the VSO radio in the other, so I guess I'm kind of a geek. But she's focusing on the chat room, and I am kind of have stepped away, so I've popped in just a couple of times. But good to hear you guys on the net, and I'll send it back to you, K0JSC.
And we want to thank you for your offer of giving us a hand this evening if we need it, because you know how we are. You never know when everything's going to go sideways on us. As Jeff said last week, the force was just not with us. So that's pretty much the way it sounded. I've got K1DDN logged in there as well as a check-in with us. I heard her in the background, so we'll go ahead and count that. We'll run down to Alabama now at K9 PTF. And again, I really thank you for advising the net about 58 Baker, and I had a wonderful time just listening to your old stat last night. It was a good time. So Let's go to K9 PTF and see what he's got for us this evening. Go ahead, sir.
This is K9 PTF, Paul in Chelsea, Alabama. Thank you for taking my check-in, and thank you for those nice comments. We do meet on the Alabama D-Star Net at 8:30 on 58 Bravo, and that is Central Time for all you folks. And we also do early check-ins on DREPs, and I'm your MC for that, and that starts at 2000 hours, all right, Central Time. And we hope to see you guys all come down there. We really enjoyed having Dave stop by, and we'd love to have W6 GPS stop by. It'd be very nice. There's a lot of Kenwood questions out there, and we only had one person who was in Chattanooga who has a Kenwood to give any answers. So we kind of built you up there, and hope you can stop by. And that's about all I've got from here. Thanks again for all you do for ham radio, and sorry you guys weren't there last week, but Andy picked it up for you and took care of it. So that's it. Back to net control.
Good deal, good deal. It's amazing how that the community comes together whenever things just aren't working, and bang, it all gets taken care of. And that's exactly what it's all about. So thanks, Paul, and thanks for all your comments as well. We appreciate that, and I'll try to get with you next Tuesday as well. I think I want to make that on my regular rotations. Next station I have is KE4KHD. KE4KHD, go ahead. Any comments you have, anything you want to talk about, ham-related or D-Star? Go ahead. All right, that was a quick key, so we'll go ahead and go on down to the next station. That was KM6EKV. He was wanting the 20-meter call sign on the early check-in. It's 14268. 14268. He came back and gave us a thank you, and I think that was his comments. And Paul, I'll throw back W6 GPS to you. I told him that about the net, and he's going to really try to get in there with us next Tuesday. So they'll take care of those questions about the Kenwood. That's the guy. So that's going to bring us down. I got Jeff coming in here a little bit later. Okay, JTK's he's on the next on the list. But we'll go to N6CZE. N6CZE, and that's our frequent flyer for us out there in Six Land. Go ahead with any comments you have tonight. Anything about Ham Nation, D-Star related topics, whatever you want to talk about. 14 Charlie is yours.
Well, a very good evening to you, sir, and everyone on the net. This is N6CZ, Gary here in Lytle Creek, California tonight. We're in the motorhome up at a canyon here, and we're using the old MiFi to get on the internet and hook up to everything. Didn't get but the last part of the show. Internet connection isn't the best here, so we have to get what we can. So I did see Bob Heil talking about high voltage and different things there, but I did miss the first portion, so we get home, we'll have to try and rerun everything. I did want to say hi to everybody out there. We'll let you pick up a few more, my friend, and thank you for doing the net. N6CZ.
All right, Gary, always good to hear from you there on the Six Land call that you got, and good to hear what's going on out there with you, and proud you take some time to come in here and get your call sign or logbook. And as Jeff said, that's the reason why we jump in here and do this every week when everything works right. It's because of everybody that checks in, and it's awful good to hear from everybody and pass information around about the D-Star. So thanks for coming in there, Gary. All right, I straightened up that call sign. I wasn't able to get there. I went back and looked at it on my logger. It's KB4LHP. KB4LHP. Your comments? Anything about Ham Nation, D-Star related, ham radio related? Go ahead. Reflector 14 Charlie, yours. One more call for KB4LHP before we move on down the line. All right, we'll go over to Texas. KF5ZBL. Bill, there in Dallas. How are you doing this evening? What's the weather like down there in Dallas, Texas?
Good evening to the Nets. KF5ZBL. Bill here in Dallas. 90 degrees currently, so we've been pretty hot today. So today I think I got up to 98, something like that. Just know it was hot, so I tried to stay inside as much as I could. And sitting there watching Oh, George talked about the AM transmitter electronics part of it, explaining what everything does. Kind of interesting. So, enjoying the show as usual, and thought I'd once again check in and say hello to everybody, and let you know I'm still here. I'll send it back to that. KFI is the deal.
All right, Bill, thanks for those comments, and it brings up a good topic there. I've been going back and checking or downloading the shows and watching those because, when we're running the net, it's hard to catch everything. So I go back and download those, watch them at a later time. And Jeff has educated me to the fact that those are the ones that count towards the census of viewership for the benefit of Ham Nation there on the Twit network. So even if you watch it live, which would not count as a census number for watching the show, go back and download those because that's how they really get a clear picture of who's watching the product. So be sure to download our shows there so that get that credit where it needs to go. All right, we're going to Lawton, Oklahoma, WD5 USA, and that's Mike. Mike, were the guns sounding there in Lawton, Oklahoma today?
This is WD5 USA, and things were pretty cool here today. I didn't hear any of the artillery firing today, so they go in spurts on their firing. They do lots of training before they do their live firing, but when they do, it really goes. I got to watch parts of the show. Had to go pick the wife up from church, and we went and looked at a couple of trucks that I'm looking at, and going to go that way. And she was looking how they looked on the outside and the inside, and I was looking inside to see where I could put radios, of course. So found a couple that will fit the bill real well. And just we got to whether I want to pull the trigger or not. And I'll go download the show tomorrow. And I've got a terabyte external hard drive. I put them all on, so got room for a few more. It's WD5 USA.
All right, Mike, sounding fine there in Lawton, and good to hear from you again this week. Proud to check in with us, and your comments there bring back. We were at Dayton one year, and old Ray Novak from ICOM was there, and he was asking us what size shirts Jeff and I wear. And I said, "Oh my goodness, we're ham radio operators. We're going to need an extra large. We drive pickup trucks." And he got a pretty good kick out of that. So yeah, that's right. Pickup trucks and extra large shirts. Good to hear from you, Mike. We'll look for you next week. Looks like a new call for us there, N1 VPU. And I don't think I've checked that station in before, not sure, but if so, I apologize. But N1 VPU, any comments you have about Ham Nation, D-Star related topics, or anything ham radio? 14 Charlie's yours, N1 VPU.
Hello, everyone. This is John, N1 VPU, located in Towson, Maryland, which is outside of Baltimore. Just happened to come across the net. I'm a Towson repeater and all the D-Star since 2014. I enjoyed it a lot and talk to my dad up in Massachusetts on D-Star all the time. So it's pretty fun and using ICOM 51 right now, HD, and just want to say hello to everyone.
And if you got the ID 51, I'll ask, do you have one of the HTH headsets there, one of the Heil HTH headsets for the 51 over?
Don't believe I do. Don't recall having a headset for it. Or if I do, I don't know where it is. So I don't believe I do. Just using the regular speaker.
I understand. But, running the net and everything, that's the best $26 I've spent in a long time. And, Bob's a friend, and Bob does what Bob does. I'm just saying that because it's true. It's the best $26 I've spent for my hobby in a long time. So you take care of yourself. Thanks for checking in with us, and make sure to check out HamNationDStar.net, too. Jeff's put a lot of time in on that webpage to make sure we enjoy our D-Star hobby. And ham radio just a little bit better. All the links are there for, he's even got 14 Charlie streaming live where you can listen to the audio on your machine. So a lot of resources there on the HamNationDStar.net. We'll look for you next week, too. Thanks for coming in there with us. Let me see where Jeff's at here. If he wants me to take some more check-ins, or if he wants to play radio, like say I owe him big for the last couple of weeks. So, KJTK, do you want to make some announcements, or do you want me to continue on? Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, take another couple check-ins or so. I'm next on the DMR, and then I'll be back here. KJTH.
W6ETS.
I'll call these two quick keys in here just 1 second. I'll take, I heard W6ETS quick key, and then I'm looking for the other. I'll be right back.
VK2ARS.
KB0ZSG, also checking in, Dave. N1XAU, checking in.
N6VIA.
N6VIA. KE0AYJ.
All right, we've got several check-ins there, so bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. I'll get to you here just as soon as I can. And Connie, yeah, I picked you up there, but I should know your call sign by heart, but I do not. And I apologize. So let me check my logger here real quick. I'll be right back with the net. KB9VZU, just 1 second. All right, got them all and got them in order here. So the first station I'll go to is W6ETS. I also have VK2ARS. Have Connie there, KB0ZSG, world famous on the One Charlie International D-Star net she does on Sunday evenings. So if you haven't caught that one, that's another one you'll make sure you get. N1XAU, N6VIA, and KE0AYJ in that order. So we'll go to W6ETS. Any comments you have there from Sixland about the Ham Nation show? Anything D-Star related you want to talk about? 14 Charlie is yours. Go ahead. Might have been a downlink there. We'll try one more time. W6ETS. All right, nothing heard. We'll go to VK Land, VK2ARS. How are you doing this evening? Or I should say, how are you doing this, let me see, it would be about, let me guess, would it be about 11 a.m. Thursday morning there where you're at in VK Land? Over.
I've been on VZU, VK2ARS. It's just gone good afternoon. We're just gone midday on the eastern seaboard. At this time of the year, Ham Nation kicks off at 11 a.m. local time. A good show again. Always good to see George here talking us through the schematics, especially on valves. I'm a bit of a tweener. Valves were on the way out when I was in high school learning electronics, and solid state was coming in, and I sort of never got a good grasp of them, so that was good to hear that. And in relation to the Hawaiian shirts, we call them Bulla shirts. We buy ours from Fiji. And Bulla is the big greeting that you get in Fiji. It means hello, how you doing? And if you ever get there, you'll hear it as you walk down the street. It's Bulla, Bulla. And everyone's quite happy and enjoying their life on the tropical island. Thanks for running the net, and I'll throw it back to net control. Thanks very much. Catch you next week. VK2ARS.
Very well. Great to hear from you. Always good comments there when you check in with us. We appreciate you taking time out of your day to do so. And make sure to look for your call sign there on the wiki page, because we send that off to have that logged in there for you for this episode. So whenever you look up the wiki page for this episode, you'll always be connected. It's always kind of nice to have that little thrown in there extra. Let's go to KB0ZSG. That's Connie there in Texas. And like I said, she runs the International D-Star net. It's on Sunday evenings, and they do that on 1 Charlie. And I think she was looking for a backup reflector there at one point, Jeff, so I told her to get with you. You can maybe hook them up on 14 Charlie for the backup. But we'll throw it over to Connie, see what she's got going on this evening, and I want to thank her already for checking in with us and coming over here to our net. Go ahead, Connie.
KB0ZSG, good evening, Dave, and everyone else on the internet. Hello to you, Bridget, and also hello to you, Jeff. Sorry I missed Ham Nation. I had to work this evening, so just got back a little bit ago, and I was hoping y'all were still in here, so I'm glad I got to check in with y'all. And, yeah, I am located in Kingwood, Texas, just north of Houston. And, yeah, the International D-Star net is on Sunday night, 7 p.m. Central Time on Reflector 1C. And this Friday, I will be leaving to head over to Huntsville, Alabama. My first time to get to go to the Huntsville Ham Fest. Really excited about getting to go to that. And been trying to go the last few years. Haven't been able to make it, but this year it's going to happen. So I'm looking forward to that. And, yeah, I did send Jeff an email, and he said I need to talk to Kent because I think he's in charge of the reflector. So, yeah, we'd love to use 14 Charlie, but not sure how to get a hold of Kent. But anyway, if you talk to him, you might mention it to him. I haven't talked to him in a long time, but anyway, nothing much else to share except it's been extra hot here in this part of Texas. We got up, our heat index was about 106 today, so way too warm. But anyway, August will be over soon. Anyway, I'm heading back over to you, Dave. Thanks for letting me check in, and thanks for doing the net this evening.
All right, and thank you for taking time after working all day to come in and check in with us. That's awful nice of you. We appreciate that. And yeah, one of the key features is what Jeff's got hooked up there on that live stream of 14 Charlie, where you can hear the machines. It's got a little delay in it, but it works great. And sometimes whenever I'm tweaking or tuning, I'll make a call out there on 14 Charlie just so I can have a better idea what it sounds like going out to the war room. So great to have you in there. Hey, you mentioned Huntsville. We need to come up with something for George and Tommy there. All you folks going to Huntsville, they'll be there. So maybe, I don't know. I mean, how can I cause trouble here for a minute? Let me think. Maybe if everybody would walk up to them and wait till they're filming before you do it, but if you say the code word Vegemite, they might give you a gold-plated PL259. I've heard that, but I don't know if it's true or not. But you got to wait till they're filming before you walk up and ask for it. So maybe everybody in Huntsville can brighten up their day a little bit on that. Be a good joke anyway. Let's run over to N1XAU. N1XAU, they're on the one call zone. So second number one calling in there. So let's have your comments there about the Ham Nation show or anything you want to talk about. N1XAU.
Yes, this is N1XAU. My name is Bridget in Central Florida, the Villages, Florida. And good evening, Connie. I usually talk to Connie on Sunday nights on her net. It's nice to hear you in there. I really enjoyed Ham Nation this evening. One of the things I really enjoyed was watching the young Ham of the Year, KC1 CWF, Marty Soloway. I think he's going to be also in Huntsville this weekend. But anyway, it's very encouraging to see the young hams be so enthusiastic about ham radio and to get ham radio to continue on in the next generations. And he's just so enthusiastic and building so many things himself and figuring things out. It was just really fun to watch him. Thank you for letting me talk tonight. And this is my first time listening to this net, and it's very exciting to hear you. And back to net control from N1XAU.
N1XAU. KE0AYJ.
Damn, did we lose you? Cayman Heavies at you, KJCK.
You must have. Yeah, I was, you know me, I was talking. I was thinking N1XAU there for checking in with us. And state I've been to the Villages a couple times. And beautiful place down there. So I wanted to thank you for taking time to check in with us. That's what makes it a good place. But N6VIA is our next station. N6VIA, if I'm getting out.
Yes, hello there. The name here is Brett. Bravo Radio Echo Tango. It's November 6th, Victor India Alpha. I am southeast of Sacramento in the Sierra Nevada foothills. And this is my first week of D-Star. I just was able to decipher the programming of this ID51 about a week ago. And I've had a whole lot of fun. I had a whole lot of fun with it. And I've had the radio for almost 2 years. I'm a member of the Sacramento Sheriff Radio Patrol, Ham Radio Patrol, and they encouraged us to get this radio, and I really love it. It's had a wonderful, wonderful radio. I've been a ham operator since 1983 and grew up with my dad and my grandfather encouraging me in it, and my uncle was a ham also. So, yeah, I've come up with it. I was ready to do it. So, anyway, real nice to meet up with you. This is November 6th, Victor India Alpha.
All right, Brett, thank you for taking time and being patient with us here. We worked down through the list and checked in with us. Make sure to check out that webpage, hamnationdStar.net. Just put a lot of work in on that, and it's going to really help you come along with your hobby there. D-Star and ham radio-related topics he's got there for you. One of the things that I use quite often is he's got a live stream that's got a few second delay on it, not too much, but you can listen to the audio on your machine coming into the reflectors, so it's helpful handy to have that pulled up and listening to it. We'll look for you next week, and thanks for being here with us. I had a key there. The last station I've got on my list, and I'll pass it over to Jeff, is KE0AYJ. And I appreciate your patience as well waiting on us there. That's a frequent call sign I see in the logbook. KE0AYJ. Go ahead with any comments you have.
Thank you very much. KE0AYJ here. Good evening to the net, and hoping everybody's having a good night tonight. Poor folks down there in Texas. Heat index is a killer. Glad somebody took the net tonight. Amanda talked me into doing it last week. And while it was fun, it was somewhat confusing. It was all last-minute stuff, so we got the log submitted. Very short log, but we had fun nonetheless. Nice and warm here in central Indiana. I got the motorhome packed up, got the generator running, got the HF running, got, of course, the Raspberry Pi running, so this will work. And looking at the internet all at the same time. Taking off sometime tomorrow around noon. Heading for Huntsville. Gonna have some fun down there. With that, we're having fun with the pine board project, getting that going and getting that finished up. And you guys are going to get your Hawaiian shirts also. Working on a new design for them, and it's got radios on it. So got the old keys in there and some radios and some dipoles strung up and some beams and towers and stuff. So they'll be working on that and getting that going, and then we'll take a look at that and get them ordered. With that, we'll pass it back to you, and say 73 to everybody, and have a good night. KE0AYJ.
Very well, fine comments, well received, and we appreciate the comment there about the shirts. Looking forward to that. Just to make sure, I'm better looking and older than Jeff, so I get the better looking of the two you design there. Just make sure you get me down there on the list first. But hey, if you're going to Huntsville, you gotta harass Tommy and George for me, and they've got real imitation gold-plated PL259s I hear, and I think the code word's Vegemite, or if you got an Amateur Logic shirt on, you get one too. So yeah, it's just what I'm hearing. I don't know if that's true or not, but maybe check in with them and maybe give Tommy a pinch for me. He deserves that once in a while. So then I'm gonna go ahead and pass it over to my partner in crime there, Jeff K, JTK. If you want to, I'll run your log for you here. Got a pretty good start. Got about 20 of them in there for us. So go ahead, JTK, take it away.
All right, we'll see what we got going on here. We have some other after show nets going on. If you have the correct equipment and want to get in with these other nets, please do so and show your support for their nets as well. I saw in the chat room that Steve is going to be on his usual 20-meter frequency. That's 14268, 14268. Kevin said he's going to be up a little bit from where he usually is. He's going to be on 7190, that's 7190. Possibly the hurricane net might be going on where his usual frequency is. I think that's where they usually are. But nonetheless, 7190 for the 40-meter net. If you have DMR equipment, we have the after show net, DMR after show net going on TAC 311, otherwise known as Talk Group 311. And of course, Echolink is on star, dewdrop in star, node number 355800. Like I said, if you have the ability to check in with those other nets, please show your support there as well for those other net controllers. You're tuned into the Ham Nation D-Star after show net right here on Reflector 14 Charlie. Our website is hamnationdStar.net, where we got information about the show, how to get the downloads, get the chat room, watch live. That's still going on. Amanda's on there now. And all kinds of good stuff. HamNationDStar.net. Alright, at this time, we're looking for anyone who wants to check in. Please call KJTK now.
N6VIA.
Alright, it looks like you got a recheck from N6VIA, so we'll throw it back over to you, and we'll let you take 14 Charlie and let us know what you have.
Oh, okay, thank you. This is N6VIA, Brett, in southeast of Sacramento, and I didn't realize I had rechecked in. I'm sorry. I don't mean to take up the time and the space, but anyway, I just wanted to catch up. It's a pretty exciting part of the hobby, that is for sure. I've done a whole lot of DXing, since I've been licensed, but never thought it would end up being a VYG type of D-Star. It's really cool. I really enjoy it, and if my dad or my grandpa or my uncle were alive, they would encourage me, I'm sure. So you guys take care. This is N6VIA. I'm going to go see how the grandkids and boys are, okay? N6VIA clear.
Alright, Brent, very good. Yeah, just to let you know, you're maybe a little bit weak into the machine. You did have some packet loss on you there, so I'm not sure if you're on an HT or what your setup is there, but it was 100% copyable, just a little bit of packet loss on there, so just FYI, otherwise no problem copying in there. And yeah, and that's kind of slow, and the show's running late and all that kind of good stuff, so we're slow a little bit. And I heard the DMR guys also keep asking for check-ins over there, so probably people are still watching, so hopefully they'll wrap it up here in a moment, but they're still on at this point. And you can check the live stream, HamNationDStar.net, and we have a drop on there for Twit, how to watch live. This is the Ham Nation D-Star After Show Net. Anyone at all wishing to check in, please call KHJTK now.
Victor Alpha 3, Zulu Tango Foxtrot.
Alright, I picked up one more. Jeremy, I believe I saw on the alpha tag there, VA3ZTF. Welcome to the net. I think the call sign looks familiar, but if you're new to the net or anything like that, feel free to introduce yourself and let us know what you thought of the show or any other traffic you have for the net. VA3ZTF from KJTK.
Well, good evening, all on board. No, I used to be a fairly regular check-in, but have been moving QTHs over the past couple months, so I've been off the air, not able to get in and join the net. But finally got everything pretty well set up, so I'm back. There we go. Good to see the show live again, and good to be on the net here. Not too much else to add. Looking forward to the eclipse on Monday. We're up in Ottawa, or I'm up in Ottawa. Ontario, Canada. So I think we're only going to be about 75% of darkness, but still kind of interesting. One of those things that does not come around very often. So I think I'll throw up a whisper beacon on 40 meters. That'll be my contribution. I've got to work that day, so that's the best I can do. But who knows? Maybe they'll be able to gather some data with all the signals on the air. Back to net control. This is Victor Alpha 3, Zulu Tango Foxtrot.
Well, you pretty much read my mind as to what I'm going to be doing for the eclipse there. I too have to work, but I occasionally throw the radio on, whisper, and listen to see who I can hear. JT65 is one of my favorite modes, so it's just a flip over in the mode of the software there to get it over to whisper. So, like you, I think I'm going to do the same thing, just leave it receive and see what we get to pick up for this event. But pretty much going to be doing the same thing, watching from work and maybe watching some of the streams that Tamith is going to be doing there on from one of the NASA places there. But welcome back to the net. We're happy to have you. Feel free to check in anytime, any Wednesday evening. Getting started about 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific right here on 14 Charlie. Good to have you back with us. All right, the show just wrapped up. Any other check-ins for the Ham Nation D-Staff? Please call now.
This is N0BF.
KY4, TRK.
KY4PRK.
Try it.
KM6BQU.
Alright, I picked up 3 stations that time, so I'll acknowledge them, and we'll go through these 3. I got Frequent Flyer there, Steve, N0BF from Colorado. I got KY4 TRK. Man, I'm messing up all these call signs. I got them typed in wrong. KY4 TRK got you in there, and KM6DQU. Got the 3 of you. So, Steve, you're first, N0BF.
Okay, very good, Jeff. This is N0BF checking in tonight. Thanks for running the net here, and I got here a little bit late. I listened to the whole thing on the Tennessee radio station, so that was kind of fun, and I kind of enjoyed that while I was doing some other chores. Anyway, thanks for running it again tonight, Jeff. And I'm running a dongle tonight, and you guys just sounded great on it tonight. It's really, everything sounds wonderful. We've got some cool weather here in Colorado, so it's kind of nice to have that. Anyway, back to you, Jeff. This is N0BF, and I'll listen for a bit.
Very good, Steve. We're happy to have you in there. And you're sounding great as well on the dongle. I'm using the DVAP dongle tonight with the Raspberry Pi. And that's how we're getting into 14 Charlie. And yeah, it's been kind of muggy here in the Cleveland area.
Current humidity is 61% here, but it feels worse because just sitting in the shack here, just kind of sweating a little bit. But we're supposed to get some rain, so maybe it'll cool off. But according to the forecast, it's only going to get warmer. Anyway, I'll take it. But Steve, good to hear you, and thanks for checking into the net tonight. KY4 TRK, you're next on the Ham Nation D-Star After Show net.
Good evening, Kilo Yankee 4, Tango Romeo Kilo, James. Currently in Louisville, Kentucky. Big truck's in the shop, brother's been in the shop, and waiting on things to get settled out when I get out of the hotel and back to life. But enjoyed the show tonight. Not much anything new interesting. Kind of a thought. We got the Young Ham of the Year award. We ought to have the Old Man of the Year award, or the XYL Year of the Award. That'd be something different or interesting. But good evening, everybody, and I'll let back to net control. Kilo Yankee 4, Tango Romeo Kilo, James.
Well, I don't know if it's necessarily an award, but I do know from time to time I hear on Don's Newsline there that they'll talk about or interview a ham that's quite up in their years and still operating, stuff like that. So if you don't check out the Newsline, you might want to do that. But hopefully with the truck in the shop and everything like that, you'll get some time off and some much needed rest. Cause appreciate what you're doing there, moving stuff around for us there. And always hope you drive safe and be safe on the road there. Thanks for checking in with us on the net here as a regular. I'll move down to KM6DQU. Looks like a new call to the net. If you're new, go ahead and introduce yourself and let us know what you thought of the show tonight. Might have sounded like they were testing or trying to troubleshoot some issues there. But one more time for Kilo Mike 6 Delta Quebec Uniform KM6DQU. Alright, nothing heard there, so as one of my friends says, moving rapidly along. Any other check-ins for the Ham Nation D-Star After Show net? Please call KJ now.
WA6UHA.
K1BBN.
Alright, I got both Dave and Amanda. Dave, I'm going to put you to the second slot here in a second. Let Amanda take it and give her comments. K1DDN from KJTN.
Hey, Jeff, nice to hear you on tonight. You were so missed last week. Let's see, what do I have? Dr. T's weather report was awesome. I think that this gave us a lot of insight for what to expect during the eclipse. But I can't think of a better thing that we watched than that tonight, honestly. Really looking forward to the eclipse. It's been so long. I was just a little kid the last time I saw a partial eclipse. So, unfortunate enough, just making fun of me about the way I say eclipse. So, eclipse. I'm excited about it. Okay. Sorry, dorking out here. Other than that, this show overall was wonderful. And Marty, congratulations for being Young Ham of the Year. You totally deserve it.
Absolutely, that's awesome.
He's a great kid, and I shouldn't even say that. He's such a young adult. He really is. And I think it was marvelous to have him on tonight. So all around a wonderful show. And I'm just rambling now. So I'll send it back to Nat. K1DDN.
Hey, no problem at all. You can ramble as much as you want here. We're not going to complain. But thanks for taking a couple moments to check in with us. And yeah, I'm going to be working. I don't know if you heard earlier, but we were talking about a couple of our plans. I'm going to be working, but I'm going to throw up Whisper Beacon and see who I can receive. Probably on 40 or something like that. And that'll be my contribution, but I'll be working and probably watching the stuff San Francisco is doing from her live broadcast. Assuming it's going to be on the internet there. But we'll tune in to her and see what she's got planned and what she's got going on. And of course, as you mentioned, Marty is the Young Ham of the Year. If you didn't hear this week's newsline or catch the show, make sure you go back and download this episode. They talked to Marty there, and got his comments and reactions to being named Young Ham of the Year award. Now he presented in Huntsville coming up. Amanda, thanks for checking in, and I heard Jeff in the background there, so hi to you as well. And we're happy to be back. We'll move on to Mr. Dave, WA6, WHA.
Good evening, Paul, KHA. I forgot your call already. This is WA6UHA here in San Francisco, and I know, man, you beat me to it, but it's okay because it's appropriate for a host of the show to have priority. Plus, I'm also a big fan of you, Amanda, as well as your segment on Ham Nation. And let's see, what else? Yeah, I guess I do have some eclipse plans. Of course, the situation here in San Francisco proper, and we have to deal with the fog. We don't know what it's going to be like on Monday. The extended forecast, but hopefully it won't be too bad. But if there's an issue, I'll know early enough, I'll have enough warning that I'll be able to get in my car and drive to an area where there is clear skies. I have a couple of filters. As a matter of fact, I have two telescopes. One's a 6-inch refractor, and another one is a smaller one, a portable one. And I have solar filters for each of those. And we're just going to take the solar filters by themselves and just use those, as if we were looking through glasses, but just hold it up, cover the sun with the filter. Obviously, it's ISO rated because obviously it's going to be used for a telescope. Plus, it's bought at an astronomy shop. It should be completely safe. And we're going to be about 77%, I think, from what they told us in regards to the partial eclipse. So we're looking forward to that. I experienced the totality of the 79 eclipse. I was up in Washington State, Goldendale, Washington, for that. And I brought a portable radio, checked the broadcast band propagation, and just as I thought, the distance station started coming in totally when the D layer got suppressed, as the moon shadow was moving across the Earth. So that's probably what we were going to get this time as well. And I really appreciated George's, well, not actually George, but Bob's, George's presentation on the inner workings of the fine board radio, particularly the modulation circuit, and so forth, and also the oscillator. That's not a Pierce. Pierce's oscillator is a little bit different than that, but that particular circuit is interesting because then you have better isolation between the output of the tank circuit and the actual oscillator, so you're not going to get pulling when you adjust the L network on the output. And also there's an issue of frequency modulation component. With crystal, a crystal oscillator, then probably the frequency modulation component is at a minimum, so that's a good thing. Anyway, and then Marty was impressive. Oh my goodness, that young man is sharp as a tack. Oh, he is going to go places, that's for sure. So I was very impressed. And we also wish Gordo Godspeed as he heads up to Idaho. So that's it on this end. We'll just turn it back to Net Control from Dave here in San Francisco, WA6UHA.
Very good, Dave. Thanks for all the comments there. I appreciate you watching the show there and participating with ARNet. And I got my ham license in high school, but I was nowhere near doing half the stuff that he does. I'm just starting to do most of that. I'm not big into contesting, but I just got an HF, I don't know, it was probably 3, maybe 4 years ago. So he's quite advanced, quite sharp, and that's why he was selected to be Young Ham of the Year there. So again, congratulations to him. And the presentation will be coming up in Huntsville, so if you can make it there, make sure you shake his hand there and say congratulations again in Huntsville. And all kinds of good stuff on the show with George and talking about the different components there. I've kind of followed circuit design from my dad, but I'm more of a computer programmer type stuff, so that's more my wheelhouse for designing and implementing things. But always love to see what's going on in the circuit, and used to do some soldering, but haven't done some of that lately. So it's always good to see what's going on and have somebody really thoroughly explain it, take the time to do that. So I appreciate what George is doing there. Anyway, thanks for checking in again. It's always good to hear from you. This is the Ham Nation D-Star After Show Net on Reflector 14 Charlie. We're looking for anyone at all wishing to check in. Please call out.
K0OJ.
Whiskey 9, Alpha Yankee Kilo, North Las Vegas. Alright, James, KY4 TRK, if you're there, you had a stuck mic for a little over a minute or so. So check your mic and see what's going on there. Again, you were stuck mic for about a minute. I did get two other stations. I got K0OJ and W9AYK, Whiskey 9 Alpha Yankee Kilo. OJ, you're up first. What do you think about the show tonight?
Oh yeah, I sure did. Watched the show and all that good stuff. Saw the show. Anyway, I think Greeley is going to be somewhere around 93%, something like that. But I'll be up in Wyoming where it's going to be 100%. So take a bunch of pictures, get up there hopefully in time, and do our thing and all this good stuff. And once in a lifetime thing for me, because I doubt that I'll be around, nor could I get. Well, I could be around, but I don't think I'd be able to get to the one for 2024. So I'm going to, by hook or crook and all that rot, jump in the old Scooby-Dooby-Doo, and go north to Wyoming. The Go North rushes on. So anyway, there you go. And, let's see. Amanda, say hi to Delta Dog. K0OJ.
Yeah, here in Ohio, we're not going to be in the path of it, and I'm not sure what the percentage is going to be for how much we're going to be able to see. But I have a feeling I'm going to regret not just taking a vacation day or something, and some of the other stations suggested listening in and seeing what radio stations are coming across, and maybe do some operating, that kind of stuff. So, but it is what it is, and work's still got to get done. But nonetheless, thanks for checking in. We really appreciate you supporting our net here and supporting Ham Nation. Next up, looks like a new call to the net. I got W9AYK. Go ahead and introduce yourself and let us know what you thought about the show tonight. Yeah, maybe not. Whiskey 9, Alpha Yankee Kilo. Let's make sure I have that right. W9AYK from KJTK. Alright, not heard there. I'm going to go over the other after show nets. If you have the ability to check into these nets, please support their nets as well. You can check in with Steve. He's on 14268. That's 14268 for the 20 meter net. Kevin moved up a little bit to 7190, 7190 from his usual location on 40. The DMR net appears to be wrapped up. Don't see any activity going on Talk Group 311, otherwise known as TAC 311. So you can join those guys next week there. And we also have an Echolink net on Star Do Drop In or node number 355800. So again, if you're able to check into those nets, please do so, and we'd greatly appreciate it. This is the Ham Nation D-Star After Show Net on Reflector 14 Charlie. Our website is hamnationdStar.net, where we have everything linked up about the show, how to get in the chat room, watch live, catch the replays, listening to Reflector 14 Charlie 24/7, and a whole bunch of other good stuff related to the show. Again, hamnationdStar.net. Do we have anyone else before we wrap this net up? Please call KJTK now.
KM6DQU, Los Angeles.
Hey, we got you in there now, KM6DQU. We got a key up from you earlier, but didn't hear anything back, so go ahead and take it. Introduce yourself to the net and let us know what you thought of Ham Nation tonight if you caught it. KM6DQU from KJTK.
Good evening, this is KM6DQU, Hugo from Los Angeles. I haven't watched Ham Nation in a few weeks, so I've been trying to catch up on the podcast, but I'm glad I was able to watch it today. Great show as always. I really enjoyed the weather report and learning about the different propagations and the Delta, Echo, and Foxtrot, different layers with the event going on Monday. So that was very interesting. I had no idea about that. Hope everyone's doing good, and looking forward to Monday, see what kind of things go on. Have a good evening.
All right, Hugo, very good. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to, I don't remember I think she's shown that graph before, but I think I'm going to need to get a screen capture of that and just commit that to memory eventually, because I've worked some HF, but don't necessarily remember which ones collapse into what to, and what propagation is best during the day. I kind of know that, top end of the HF band usually works better in the day and the low end at night, obviously, but that's about the extent of my memory, so I think that the graph she showed there is worthwhile to screen capture and for not having to check there. Well, good to hear you tonight. Thanks for checking into the net. You're welcome back here every Wednesday. We get started about 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific, right here on 14 Charlie. All right, last call for anyone else. Anyone else that has a late check-in, additional comments, or anything good for the net, please call out.
And Kilo Yankee 4, Tango Romeo Kilo. I just want to apologize. I accidentally rolled over on the mic when I was laying here in bed. Sorry about that, guys.
Very good, James. No harm, no foul, and we'll let you slide this time. Hi. Anyone else? Additional comments, late check-ins, or anything for the good of the net?
HP9 FUI from Switzerland.
All right, got Pascal in there, HB9FUI. Go ahead and take it. You'll probably be the last check-in here.
Yeah, you're right. This is HB9FUI from Gland. It's between Lausanne and Geneva in Switzerland, just on the edge. And yeah, I already checked last week, as usual, when I can. It was very good show this tonight. We learned something about the solar flare and the solar eclipse. Unfortunately, we don't have to see this in Europe. I think in Switzerland we couldn't see that from the Europe because the sun will be the solar eclipse will be down in the south hemisphere, I think. But we could see that from the NASA TV too, and I know that the International Space Station will take pictures from this. And in the U.S., the International Space Station will do three passes with 3 partial solar eclipses, and they're gonna take some picture. I just enjoy to see that because I love that very much. Thank you very much for the network, D-Star Network, and 73 to all. It's 5 o'clock here in Geneva. I will go to bed again because it's night time here. So 73, and have a good evening in the U.S. And Amanda too. I've listened to her. Bye-bye, and 73 from Pascal.
All right, Pascal, always good to hear from you down there in Switzerland. Appreciate you taking some time to check in with us. And here in the Eastern time zone, or the Eastern part of the United States, it's 23:02, or just about to hit midnight here. So got quite a bit of time difference there, and thanks for taking some time to get checked in with us here. And hopefully you'll be able to get to see one of these things. Apparently they only happen about once every, like 30 or 40 years, I think they said. So it's quite the phenomenon to see. And like I said before, I think my contribution is I'm just going to throw up the radio on whisper to see what signals I get to pull in on the weak signal propagation there. All right, with that, we're going to throw it over to Dave and let him wrap this set up. Again, if you're able to check in with the other after show nets, the HF ones might be going on, but probably the other digital ones are wrapped up there. 14,268 and 7190. And I think it's Steve that usually mentions the shortwave. As Ham Nation records live, WTWW simulcast Ham Nation. If you have shortwave or you're not near an internet connection and want to listen live on shortwave, 5085-5085 is where you'll find that. All right, now I want to turn it over to Dave. Q9BZU from KJTK.
K1ELG.
All right, looks like we had a quick key in there, and we'll recognize K1ELG as the last check-in there. K1ELG. Go ahead with any comments you have about the Ham Nation show and these star-related topics. K1ELG.
K1ELG, this is Eric from Snoqualmie. Just a quick in and out. 73 to everyone.
All right, we appreciate you checking in. We've got that call sign in the logbook. We'll pass that along for the wiki entry. So thanks for taking an extra moment there and checking in with us. Be our last check-in this evening. There being no further business for this net, we'll go ahead and close this session of the Ham Nation D-Star After Show Net. Please join us all again next Wednesday evening on or about 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the same reflector, 14 Charlie. On behalf of KHATK and myself, KBI and VZU, I want to thank all the owners and operators for letting us use their equipment to link these stations and reflectors together and have a wonderful net this evening. Also want to thank the YL. Guess what, gang? 31 years today we've been married. I'll go ahead and broadcast that now to the world. 31-year anniversary here for me this evening, and we're getting ready to call today. She works in the same office I do, so we got to spend the day together. Pretty nice having 31 years there in the books. So I'll go ahead and close it out for this evening. Wish everyone a safe and prosperous week, and hopefully we'll all get together next Wednesday evening. KB9 VZU on behalf of KHATK. Thanks, everyone. 7-3.
Congratulations, Dave. I figured I would tell you in relation how many years you're married and how close that is to my age, but I think that'll make you feel bad.
Believe it or not, that was a joke of the day, because the folks who work for me, all of them are younger than I've been married, so I appreciate that, Jeff. I'm okay with it. And as long as she lets me buy radios once in a while, everything works fine. 7-3, everyone. Everyone have a good week.
Thanks, Dave, and thanks, Jeff. KB0ZSG.
N1XAU calling for KB0ZSG.
KB0ZSG. Hello, Bridget. Hope you're doing well this evening.
Yes, Connie, I'm doing well, and I think I'm just going to get the state of Wyoming from one of the hams that was on tonight. I'm sending him an email right now, and he's going to be in Wyoming on Monday. I'm going to see if I can set something up to get the state of Wyoming, and I think this is exciting. I'm still at 45 states, trying to get all 50 states. I need that state of Wyoming, and it's really been a stinker to try to get, so hopefully I could talk to this gentleman that's going to Wyoming on Monday. Go ahead.
Well, you won't get me unless you got 2 or 0.7, but I can give you some times and freaks.
Good grief, Charlie Brown. There you are. K0OJ. If you're going to be there in Wyoming on Monday, is there some way that we could meet up on D-Star, maybe 14C, set up a time, and I'll get that state of Wyoming. Go ahead.
Oh, you want it up here. Where I'm going to go, there ain't no repeaters up there. I don't have, cell phone type hotspot or anything like that, so it won't be me, unfortunately. So anybody on D-Star from Wyoming, I can't think of anybody right now, so anyway, okay, I thought maybe you wanted it on HF or something like that. But at least you could go there and look. Well, let's see, you're way back east, so you'd have a hard time with them. Oh my. 7260 at 12:15 our time is the Jackalope net, and I don't know whether anybody there has got it or not. If they do, well, fire up a kilowatt and see if you can get them. If you can't get on 40, I know. Let's see. I do have a friend who does have it, but Yeah, well, you know how that goes. I can talk to him and see what's going on. But anyway, you might email November 7 Mike Juliet Jack. I don't think he has it, but he might know somebody who does. Jack lives in Cheyenne and is the, I believe, SCM for Wyoming.
Can you repeat that call sign?
November 7 Mike Juliet. His name is Jack Mitchell, but he's got Mitchell Jack for his call. N7MJ.
Yeah, that was N7MJ. Go ahead.
Yep, November 7 Mike Juliet.
You say that he's on D-Star? He does D-Star? Is that, go ahead.
No, Jack, to my knowledge, does not have D-Star. I don't know of anybody in Cheyenne that does, or I'm sure there are other people that can't. I just had a thought. If you will dial up X-Ray Romeo Foxtrot 307 Charlie, X-Ray Romeo Foxtrot 307 Charlie, there's a bunch up there in the Cody area on that repeater. Maybe you can get somebody there. How's that? I just remembered. And I don't know who would be there. KB7CSW. He might be around. I don't know. XRF 307C. And see who you can dig up there. Maybe there'll be some Powell people up there monitoring. Who knows?
Can you repeat those a little bit slower? The CXW, go ahead.
Yeah. Kilo, Bravo, 7, Charlie, Sierra, Whiskey. Yeah, Whiskey. Kilo, Bravo, 7, Charlie, Sierra, Whiskey. I haven't talked to him for a few months. He used to be one of the net controls on the Wyoming Cowboy Net. I don't know what Justin is doing. Something's going on up there. And let's see. And I think there are some other people up there who do monitor that repeater. That reflector should get you into the Cody repeater, I hope.
Oh, you've been a tremendous help. Okay, and I'm glad that you were still listening here, because I was in the middle of sending you an email when I heard Connie on there. So, okay, thank you so much. And this is N1XAU saying 73, so thank you.
Okie dokie. If you happen to be in Connecticut, I am looking for a Connecticut call letter plate with a 1 call. So if you need a screwdriver, I'll be glad to send you one so you can stitch one for me. That's my 50th state. If I can get a Connecticut call letter plate, that will finish off my collection. I'm not going after DC or any of that stuff, just the 50 states.
Wow, that sounds really, really, really exciting. I'm not going to Connecticut anytime soon, but they certainly have a lot of hams up there. You should be able to do that. Okay, I'm going to say 73s from N1XAU, and I'm clear.
And hi, Connie, K0OJ.
K0.
Hey, OJ. Good to hear you on here. Yeah, I was looking back through my log, because I know someone checked into the net one night from Wyoming, and I'm trying to find them in my log here. So if I find them, Bridget, I'll let you know. But yeah, I hope you're doing okay, OJ. My voice is finally coming back, thank goodness.
Connie, this is N1XAU. I guess I'm going to have to continue to listen to that net on Sunday nights. Maybe that Wyoming station will be coming on again. So I have Wyoming and North Dakota, and those are going to be my two hardest ones. And then I need Alabama and Tennessee and Connecticut. So I think I'll be done pretty soon on those. So, okay, go ahead, Connie.
Okay, Bridget. Well, if you go to the on Tuesday night, this happened last night. So on Tuesday night at 8, let's see, I have something to think about. At 8:30 Central Time on Reflector 58 Bravo, there's a Alabama D-Star net. Lots of people on there from Alabama. In fact, I'll be there on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But anyway, on Tuesday night, there's always several, there's lots of them on there from Alabama.
Connie, maybe you'll be on D-Star in Alabama. Maybe I'll find you in Alabama when you're there. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I'll be glad to do that. Yeah, I'm there on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I leave Monday evening to come back. So I'll be there all those days. But yeah, they do have that net, which was last night. I didn't know you needed Alabama. I should have said something to you, but I couldn't talk very well, as you heard on Sunday night. But my voice is coming back, so I'm glad of that. But I'll try to look through my log and find that one from Wyoming. I can't think of who it is. And we did have a North Dakota check in once, but I haven't seen them on here. But anyway, yeah, you're getting closer to those 50 states. Good job.
I go to my club meeting tomorrow night, and so I'll be talking about that there. It's just a fun little thing we're doing in the club meeting, in the club, not the club meeting. Are you going to be doing the net from Alabama on Sunday evening, or do you have somebody filling in for Sunday evening on your net?
Yep, I'm gonna do it. I'll be I'll be there on Sunday night in the hotel room doing the International D-Star net.
So exciting. I just asked N1UC, my OM, if we could go, because I want to meet you, and I want to meet the young ham of the year, and he said, no, we can't go. So we're not going this year, but maybe we can get there next year. And I'll be at the Dayton ham convention. I'll be going there, whatever they call that, hamcation or whatever they call it. I'll be going to Orlando, not Dayton, but I'll be going to Orlando in the spring, so maybe I can meet up with you there. But Connie, I'm not going to take any more of your time, and this has been fun talking with you tonight, and it was a lot of fun getting on Ham Nation and watching that tonight and then getting on the net tonight. So I'm going to say 73s to you, and we'll be listening for you on Sunday evening, and have fun in Alabama at that Ham Fest. It's going to be a lot of fun. 73s from N1XAU.
Okay, very good, Bridget. And I'll look forward to seeing you in Orlando. I haven't been there, and it's probably been a couple of years ago that I went, 2 or 3 years ago. But anyway, I'm looking forward to going back. And so it'll be nice to get to say hi to you. And tell Chuck I said hi. I look forward to seeing him too. I haven't seen him for a little while, I guess, since he didn't come to Dayton anymore. Anyway, look forward to that. But you have a good rest of the evening. Yeah, we'll work tonight, so I didn't get to watch Ham Nation. But I'll be starting to work on Wednesday nights again. So in the fall. But anyway, you have a good rest of the evening there, and a good day tomorrow. We'll talk to you later. 73 KB0ZSG. Bye for now, Bridget, and you take care.
N1XAU is clear.
K1ELG.
Well, I tried 307 and nobody answered, so be on the lookout up there. That's all I can say. I'll look for you, Kaiser OJ.